Welcome to Boundary Bend Olives. In this video, we'll cover navigating the grove, harvest paperwork, the harvester machines, and quality assurance. Harvest is generally a very busy time, and it can be quite daunting to get around considering how big the grove is. In order to help you navigate, you will be provided with a map of the grove. For a better understanding of the grove map, here is a breakdown of the zones and management areas. The grove is divided into 4 zones. Up the top here we have the JVs, followed by TC1 after this tree break, then followed by TC2 after the next tree break, and across Coolalong Road we have TC3. Each zone is then divided into different management areas. For example, in TC2 we have Dam, Jeds, Cam, Ken, and Rail. Each row has a tag that shows the management area, variety, and row number. The color of that tag corresponds to the variety of that row. The maps are also color-coded to show the varieties of the fruit. You can identify each variety in the map legend. So this year we have a new system that divides the management areas into blocks. Each block is separated by headlands, and the blocks are labelled alphabetically from A, with A being the most northern. Depending on where you are, management areas can contain 2 to 7 blocks. For example, Region TC1 has 7 blocks labelled A to G, whereas Cam in TC2 has 2 blocks labelled A and B. In some cases, blocks will have a north and a south section, as illustrated in Jets. The main office and processing plant are located at the northern part of the grove, and the maintenance, workshop and the hub are located near the dam. During harvest, a supervisor will provide a driver's worksheet for each harvester specifying designated areas to be harvested. This worksheet will contain all the rows in a specific area and variety that you are expected to harvest according to a work order number. Blocks included in that row are noted by a checkbox. This paperwork will also show you whether there is a hazard you need to be aware of in that specific row. It could be a valve, frost fan, mallee tree, or an old frost fan pad. It will also indicate the direction the harvester should go. If you need any clarification regarding the driver's worksheet, please contact your supervisor.
There will be some paperwork that needs to be completed during harvest. Accuracy completed the paperwork is expected. The tractor driver, you need to fill out the harvest note. This will include relevant information such as work order number, harvest, management area, variety.
The tractor will also have a wash down book. The bin runner must fill out the relevant information every time they wash down the trailer bin.
Each harvester will contain a box with all the books that needs to be completed. Those are the 3 books that needs to be used. If you encounter any mechanical issue during your shift, fill out the incident in the maintenance blue book and call the maintenance crew as soon as possible. The maintenance red book is only used by the maintenance crew during service of the machine, which takes place on a daily basis. The daily shift sheet is a green book where you fill out the information about the rows to be harvested and the breakdown information. Every time you start a row, you expect to fill up information in this box specifying which management area, block, and row are you in, what time you start and finish harvest the row in each block. Make sure you put the information in, which is essential for correctly allocate which rows were harvested. During your shift, if you must stop the machine for any reason, You need to put this information down in this section. Any time not spent harvesting needs to be included. This can include cleaning, refilling, maintenance, or when you are going around the hazard. If you need to replace fingers, half moons, or fish plates on a harvester, ensure record the number of replaced parts in the breakdown information section. While you're harvesting, please be aware of those hazards you come across in the rows: melee trees, frost fans, and valves. To guide the harvest around those hazards, please call a supervisor. You might come across some other hazards around the grove that you should watch out for. These include trellis wires between trees and headlands, tree stumps between trees in replant areas, power poles, flushes, and wildlife.
In order to drive and pick the fruit, operators must understand the functionality of various components of the harvester. In order to drive the harvester, you need to understand driving skills, as well as have the technical knowledge to pick the fruit well and in an efficient manner. Here is an overview of the main components of the harvester. These are the sensor bars that assist you to align the machine with the trunks of the trees when starting and going through the rows. There is another sensor bar that activates the picking heads when it comes in contact with the trees. The picking head's main component are the fingers that comb through the trees, flicking the olives off the inner and outer branches as it passes through. Fish plates are located in the middle of the machine to assist the catchment of the olives, leading to the conveyor belts. It is very important to keep fish plates in good condition to avoid fruit loss. Always keep your eyes on whether there is any broken or missing fish plates that need replacing. And remember, never reverse the machine once in a row, as it will cause significant damage to the fish plates and the sensor bars. Conveyor belts will lead fruit and branches into the augers, where they are then separated. Olives are placed into buckets, which will bring the fruit to the trailer bin. It is important that the trailer bin is in line with the harvest boom to avoid fruit loss. Good communication between the harvester and tractor drivers is essential. Drivers need to be consistently communicating, as harvesting conditions might not be consistent throughout the row, requiring adjustments of the harvester's speed. Olives need to go into the trailer bin, not on the ground. There are cameras placed around the machine that can assist you monitoring blockages resulting in fruit on the ground. If you notice a blockage, immediately stop the machine to clear it. Always wear gloves and the appropriate PPE when clearing any blockages on the harvester. When anyone is doing work on the harvester, you must ensure you have pressed the emergency stop button. There are emergency buttons inside the cabin and at the back of the machine. You are expected to check if the harvester is in good condition every time you finish a row. Check for any missing or broken half moons, missing or broken fish plates, and bent or broken fingers that need to be replaced or straightened up. Also, check for any signs of hydraulic oil leaks, as it can contaminate the fruit. Tools are located on the cabinet doors on the left side of the harvester. No harvest operator is allowed on top of the harvest platform unless authorized.
Hello, hey, excuse me, you're not allowed to be there. Oh no, please go down, sorry.
Before and after shift change, make sure the machine is left in good operational condition for the next driver.
During harvest, the primary responsibility of the technical team is quality assurance. Daily QA checking is done as a requirement by senior management. This ensures that 1, the fruit is picked well off the trees, and 2, that we are in line with the harvest schedule. The parameters used to help assess optimal conditions of the harvester include modes and speeds, tree damage, fruit lost on the ground, and fruit left on the tree. Technical is there to advise harvest drivers regarding the modes and speeds at which the harvester needs to travel. Tree variety, canopy size, fruit condition, and terrain are all factors that need to be taken into consideration. Our aim during harvest is to be as efficient as possible, both out in the grove and in the processing plant. Having good communication between departments is important to allow for the smooth flow of fruit coming from the grove to the plant. If ever you are in need of technical support, maintenance, or require your supervisor, contact them on UHF Channel 18. Great teamwork is necessary to keep harvest running efficiently. We are counting on your collaboration to pick, process, and deliver high-quality extra virgin olive oil to our customers this year. Thank you for your attention, and on behalf of the Boundary Bend team, have a good harvest!